Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something huge. We're not just talking about another tech update, we are talking about a seismic shift in the world of data. Large language models, or LLMs, are forcing a complete ground-up re-engineering of our entire data infrastructure.
Right? So what we're seeing is so much more than just a few clever chatbots. This is a massive paradigm shift. LLMs are literally rebuilding the foundation of how companies work with their data, moving it from a static, predictable system to something that feels alive, something that can actually think.
So here's the absolute core of it all. For decades, we've lived in a deterministic world, where every single step, every piece of logic had to be explicitly coded. But now, we're moving to a probabilistic world. The new way is all about your intent. You just state your goal in plain English, and the system itself figures out the logic to make it happen.
And this new approach is creating what people are calling a cognitive architecture. It's a fancy term, but what it means is we're moving away from these rigid, fragile data pipelines and towards systems that are designed to think, using these intelligent, probabilistic agents to handle ambiguity just like a person would.
What's really cool is that a clear consensus is already forming around this three-tiered architecture. You got the prompt layer at the top, which is basically our way of talking to the system. Then in the middle, you have these specialized agents, almost like a team of experts, each one amazing at a specific task. And holding it all together is the orchestration layer. It's like the conductor of this AI symphony, managing the entire workflow and making sure everyone plays in tune.
I mean, just look at the contrast on this slide. It really tells the whole story. The design principle is the big one for me. We're shifting from a world that was obsessed with control and predictability to one that absolutely demands resilience and adaptability. We're now building systems that are designed to handle uncertainty from the get-go.
So, you might be asking, what does this new architecture actually do? Well, it's intelligently automating tasks across the entire data lifecycle, doing things that honestly felt like science fiction just a few years ago.
Okay, let's take a super common business scenario. A manager just needs a simple answer, but they don't know SQL. You know how this goes, right? In the old world, this meant filing a ticket, getting in a queue, and then waiting for a busy data analyst to get to it.
But now, bam! The AI can translate that simple, natural language question directly into a complex SQL query. It's like magic, and it's a huge step toward democratizing data. But, and this is a big but, making this work reliably inside a real, messy company requires some seriously sophisticated engineering behind the scenes.
And listen, this goes way beyond just SQL. The real power here is the LLM semantic understanding. It's transforming all those tedious, manual jobs we used to hate. I'm talking about parsing complex PDFs, automatically mapping data schemas, or even generating entire Python scripts and data models, all from a simple prompt. It's wild.
So this brings us to the human side of things. And no, all this automation isn't about replacing people. It's about augmenting them. It's about supercharging them with an incredibly powerful new tool, the AI Copilot.
And the numbers we're seeing are just staggering. A major study on GitHub Copilot found that developers weren't just 55% more productive, which is already amazing, but 75% of them actually reported higher job satisfaction. So they're not just working faster, they're actually happier doing it.
Just think about what this means day to day. The Copilot is handling all the grunt work. Writing documentation, trying to decipher confusing old code, generating boring unit tests, or summarizing those hour-long meetings. All that stuff is just gone. This frees up the brilliant human professionals to focus on the hard, strategic problems that actually matter.
This is probably the best analogy I've heard. The role of the data professional is fundamentally changing. It's becoming less about writing every single line of code and more about being a skilled manager, a guide who can validate the output of your new, incredibly fast but sometimes a little naive AI assistant.
This massive shift has created a critical gap in the workforce. And to fill that gap, we're seeing the emergence of a completely new and vital role, the AI engineer. This table lays it out perfectly. You've got the data engineer building the data highways and the data scientist discovering the insights. The AI engineer is the one who bridges that gap. They're the ones who actually build and productionize the scalable AI applications that deliver real business value. They turn that cool prototype into a reliable system that works for the whole enterprise.
And let me tell you, the demand for this skill set is absolutely exploding. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics is projecting a 26% increase in these kinds of roles by 2033. This isn't some niche job title. It's quickly becoming a cornerstone of any modern tech organization.
So if you're a leader, this isn't just a technology change you can delegate. It's a strategic one. Navigating this new landscape means you need a whole new playbook for managing costs, risks, and most importantly, your talent.
And here it is, the stark reality check, courtesy of Gartner. A shocking 96% of organizations say their data is not ready for AI. Let that sink in. The biggest thing holding back AI adoption isn't the fancy models. It's the quality and governance of the data you already have.
Which brings us to the new mantra of the AI era. It's simple. No metadata, no AI. That high-quality, semantic metadata, the data about your data, is no longer a nice-to-have. It is the single most critical, foundational asset you need for any successful AI initiative, period.
We also have to face a completely new class of risks, and these are not your typical software bugs. We're talking about things like hallucinations, where the AI just confidently makes things up, and brand new security threats like prompt injection and data poisoning. It requires a whole new security mindset.
Leaders also have to be really careful to avoid what I call the simplicity illusion. Yeah, building a quick demo is easy and cheap, but the true total cost of ownership for a production-grade AI application is massive. You've got to factor in specialized talent, complex infrastructure, and all the operational systems for ongoing maintenance. It goes way beyond just paying for API calls.
So what's the playbook? It's pretty clear. 1, audit your stack and be honest about whether it's truly AI ready. 2, redefine the skills you need and invest heavily in upskilling your teams. 3, embed AI not just in a few features, but across your entire product lifecycle. And finally, number 4, you have to build an AI-first culture that's grounded in really rigorous governance.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. The challenge here isn't just about adopting a few tactical AI tools to seem innovative. It's about fundamentally re-architecting your organization to be truly AI native. So you have to ask yourself, are you just building tools, or are you building the future?